Hello, and welcome back to Heart, the podcast where we sit down for a cozy chat about all aspects of love. My friends, have you ever been in a room where the air was so thick with tension you could barely breathe? That moment after an argument when there's an invisible wall between you and the person you love. You're both silent, not because there's nothing to say, but because you don't know how to start chipping away at the wall of resentment that is built up. In any relationship, no matter how much we love each other, there's no such thing as a perfect record. We all make mistakes, we all argue, and we all hurt each other from time to time. But what often determines whether a relationship grows stronger or becomes more fragile after the storm isn't how big the fight was, but how well we repair the connection afterward. And the two most powerful repair tools in any relationship are often the two things that feel the hardest to do: offering a sincere apology and granting genuine forgiveness. Today, we're going to talk about why these two acts are like superpowers that allow our love to survive and thrive. How do we apologize in a way that truly reaches the other person's heart? And how do we forgive in a way that truly sets our own heart free? If you're ready, let's tune into our hearts together. Let's start on the side of the apology. The word sorry is easy to say, but delivering an apology that is meaningful and truly lands with the other person, that's an art form. I'm sure we've all been on the receiving end of a bad apology, right? For example, well, I'm sorry if what I said upset you. That's a classic non-apology. It subtly blames the other person for being too sensitive. Or, fine, I'm sorry, but you started it. That's an apology with a condition attached, one that takes zero real responsibility. These kinds of apologies don't just fail to heal, they often pour gasoline on the fire. So what does a sincere apology, one that can actually heal a wound, look like? Today, I want to share the 4 essential ingredients of a heartfelt apology. Ingredient number 1, acknowledge your mistake unconditionally. This is often the hardest first step. It means clearly stating, I was wrong, without adding the word but. For example, I am so sorry for the way I spoke to you yesterday. It was my fault. I failed to control my temper. Taking 100% ownership shows responsibility and tells your partner, I see what I did. Ingredient number 2, express empathy. After admitting fault, it is crucial to show them that you understand how your actions impacted their feelings. For instance, I can only imagine that my words must have made you feel hurt and disrespected. This is such a powerful statement because it makes the other person feel that their pain has been seen and validated. Ingredient number 3, show genuine regret. This is where you put the heart into the apology. It's about expressing your own feelings about what you did. You could say, I feel terrible that I'm the one who caused you to feel this way. Expressing regret says, I am also in pain because I hurt you. And ingredient number 4, the most important one for moving forward, commit to change. An apology with all 4 of these ingredients might feel long or unnatural at first, but it shows the deepest respect for your partner's feelings. It's the most worthwhile investment you can make in the health of your relationship. It's not a sign of weakness, it's an act of courage. All right, so once a good apology has been offered, we arrive at the other side of the bridge, which is no less challenging, the act of forgiveness. Forgiveness is an incredibly complex and personal thing. Sometimes, even if we receive the world's most perfect apology, our heart just isn't ready to let go. So why is it so hard? Often, it's because we have some common misunderstandings about what forgiveness really means. First, let's talk about what forgiveness is not. Forgiveness is not forgetting. You don't have to erase the painful memory. The scar may still be there. Forgiveness means choosing to not let that scar control your life and your emotions anymore. Forgiveness is not condoning. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're saying what they did was okay. It's simply accepting the reality that it happened and you're choosing to move past it. So what is true forgiveness? The simplest answer is that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It is a conscious decision to let go of the anger, resentment, and pain that are eating away at your heart. Holding on to those feelings is like clutching a hot coal in your hand. The person you're burning most is yourself. Forgiveness is choosing to put that coal down so that your hands and your heart can finally be free. So how do we start this journey? 1, allow yourself to feel the pain. Don't suppress your anger or sadness. Acknowledge it fully. Cry if you need to. Talk it out with a trusted friend. Validating your own emotions is the first step to healing. 2, make a conscious decision to let go. This is an internal commitment where you tell yourself, I will not allow this event to have power over me any longer. I am choosing my own peace of mind. 3, set boundaries to protect yourself in the future. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. You can and should have a conversation about setting new rules or boundaries to prevent the same issue from happening again. Remember, forgiveness is a process, not a light switch. Be gentle and give your heart the time it needs.
Once the apology has been made and forgiveness has been granted, the period that follows is the true test of whether your relationship will emerge stronger. It's like rebuilding a bridge after the original one has been damaged. Moving forward together is a dance that requires both partners to be in sync. For the partner who was forgiven, your job didn't end when you said, I'm sorry. Now you must prove that apology with your actions. You have to be patient and understand that trust takes time to rebuild. Don't expect things to go back to normal overnight. Your consistent changed behavior is the only thing that will truly repair the crack in their heart. Show them every day that you meant what you said. For the partner who forgave, once you have made the decision to forgive, it means you must try your best not to use that past mistake as a weapon in future arguments. This is incredibly difficult, I know, but bringing up old wounds in a new fight is like tearing down the very bridge you just worked so hard to rebuild. True forgiveness means offering a clean slate so you can both start painting a new, more beautiful future together. The key to moving forward is to shift your perspective from me versus you to us versus the problem. The next time a conflict arises, instead of pointing fingers, try to hold hands and say, okay, we have a problem here. How can we solve it together? This mindset makes you feel like you're on the same team, ready to face any obstacle. Repairing a relationship after a breach of trust might mean it's never 100% the same as it was before, but that isn't always a bad thing. It can become a new version, one that is stronger, deeper, and built on a much more profound understanding of each other. And just like that, we've reached the end of today's episode of Heart to Heart. Apology and forgiveness. They might sound like simple concepts, but in practice, they are one of the greatest tests of a relationship's strength. Having the courage to truly apologize is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of immense strength and accountability to the heart of the person you love. And choosing to forgive is not an act of surrender. It is the ultimate act of liberating your own heart from the prison of pain. These two acts are like muscles of the heart. The more we practice them, the stronger our heart and our relationship will become, allowing it to withstand future storms and to grow in the most beautiful and resilient way. I'm sending my best wishes to all of your relationships. May we all be brave enough to admit when we are wrong, and may we all have hearts big enough to forgive when our loved ones make a mistake, because that is the true language of love that will see us through to the end. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope our conversation has served as a small guide to help you care for your own beautiful relationship. That's all the time we have for Heart to Heart. Join me again next time as we explore another corner of this beautiful, complicated thing called love. Until then, take care.